Hello there folks, and welcome back to the vlog. So, not much has changed. It's the next day since I cut the grass. Yeah, because we need to finish that, really. But I'm waiting for the big delivery, which I told you would be a surprise, basically, because I didn't tell you what I've ordered. I just told you that I spent a lot of money. So yeah, it's the next day since we cut the grass. I still didn't watch this. I just left this here, but that's what we're going to do now. We're going to quickly give this a rinse off, I hope. Let's just pull this out of here. It's a good thing about this, it's on wheels, so we can move it, which is nice. There we go. That will do. Right, let's give this a quick rinse off. Get rid of all of those grass cuttings and mud and everything. And then we need to find somewhere to put it, really. Might as well give the old tractor a bit of a blast off as well, why not, whilst we're here. Give it a bit of a blast. There we go, that should do. Clean off the windows. Right, there we go. Put this away. So yeah, what's coming? I don't know where I'm going to put everything yet. I haven't actually figured that one out. Obviously we can put some stuff in here. I'm going to have a bit of a play around, I think. Might pull that trailer out as well. We've got this space around here, obviously, where we can put things. I mean, it's not like we haven't got any space. Don't get me wrong, we've got plenty of space. So put things under there as well, I think. The problem is with this mower is that it doesn't fit in this shed. So the mower has to live, unfortunately, outside. Because it's just too big, too high to go in the door. So we'll just put this round the back because we won't need it again for a little while, I don't think. Probably. We can just drop it off down here somewhere. Just spin round. Right. And it can be in the sun then and dry out, which is nice. Let's just drop it down. There we go. And we'll put it up against the hedge here. There we go. Right, unhook that, unpin that. Pull out the cables. There we go. Yeah, it's a GMD 310, 3 meters. There you go, that's what it is, 3 meters. So, it did a good job, I thought, anyway. Did a good job. Yeah, we need to get the rest of the stone for down here as well. Right, I'm going to have to leave this out. Because I'm probably going to need this. So we'll just put it over here for now. There we go. Right, what do we do about in here? Let's pull some of this stuff out so we can make some space. And then we can sort of fit it all in afterwards. Really, when we need to. Right, that's that out. I shouldn't have put this back, really. I should have left it out. That was a bit silly of me. Never mind. Never mind. Like I said, it's on wheels, so fairly easy to maneuver. Right, put you there. Wheelbarrows. Get rid of you as well. I mean, obviously I want to try and keep as much stuff as I can under cover. Just because, you know, rain and weather, and this is Britain, so... Rain and weather is not the best in the world. Here. We seem to always have it. But that's what happens when you live on an island, I guess. Drop that there. Right. Let's drop these pallet forks back off. Because I don't think I'm going to need these. I don't think anything's coming on the pallets. Really. So... let's just put those down there. There we go. Drop those off. I'm probably... I'm not going to need the weight, but I will need the... and I've just put that right in the wrong place. Hang on, let me move that again. Put that right in the wrong place. It's very annoying. Let's just put this right out the way for now. There we go, that will do. Right, I'm not necessarily going to need the weight block. Because I want to get that trailer out. So we should be able to just drop that down there. There we go. But I'm definitely going to need this for the trailer. So let's grab that. Here we go. Right, let's get this trailer out. Oh, I also need to get the bucket out as well. Lower that down. There we go. Nice and easy. Let's just dump this over here for now. Get it out of the way. Put this up against here just so it's out of the way, that's all. There we go. Right. That's that done, and let's go and get the bucket. Oh, I also need to get the cultivator out as well. And that trailer. Yes. Still a few things. Right. Should be able to connect that up here. I hope. Yes, there we go. I can actually leave the bucket on there. Let's get the trailer whilst we're here. Hopefully we can spin round in here. Easy. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Alright, once again. There we go. Nice and easy. I'll just have to be careful. It should make it easy. Yes, there we go. It's a bit tight. Right, there we go. That's that out. That's that out the way. Just going to put this in front of this one. That'll do. And done. Nice. Right, now we need the cultivator. And for that, I need to take this off again. I suppose I could use the Ford, really, to have got it out, but doesn't really matter, I suppose. There we go. Drop that off. In we go. The mower deck I can just move by hand. And the pallet forks, I guess. Right, there we go. I think I'll leave this on here for now. Be a lot easier if we just leave this on here, I think. Just dump you over here. Nice little line, I guess. Right. There we go. Nice, look at that. An empty barn. Kind of. Right, let's just get rid of these two things. And just slide this out. This isn't heavy. And also the pallet forks. Or the pump truck, as some people call it. To me, they're pallet forks. I call them pallet forks, but I do know that other people call them pump trucks. Yeah, I've always called them pallet forks. Let's just put these over here as well. Right, there we go. Oh, the gas can stay there, that's fine. I'm not going to really worry about that too much. Just put it into the corner. Those can stay there. Okay, empty. Nice. Right, so now, once again, we just wait for the delivery, really. So I think I'm going to go and get a cup of coffee and maybe a sandwich. My belly's grumbling a little bit. Oh, let's open the gate. Yeah, let's open the gate so he can get in. Here we go. Right, that's that open. Yes, nice. Oh, look, you can see someone's been doing something in there. Must have missed that. Must have been out that day. But someone's definitely been doing something. Right, okie dokie. So I'm going to go and grab a cup of coffee and a sandwich. And I'll catch you guys up when the delivery arrives. I'm quite excited about this, I have to say. It's going to be the start of... Well, it's going to be the start, really. This is the real start now. This is starting to get to work. The cleanup is pretty much done if you ignore the bit behind the shed. But the cleanup is pretty much done, and now it's the start of hard work. Right, enough yapping. Coffee. Okay, well, delivery has arrived. Right, I just need to go and speak to the driver and see if he can back in here. Might be a bit easier for him if he can back in here, even if he gets halfway in, but that's a long trailer. I don't know if he's going to be able to reach in. If not, he'll have to pull in over there. But I'll go and speak to him. Okay, so he couldn't get in backwards. It was too much of a tight turn, but he got in this way. So, let's have a quick little look before we get it off. And then we'll go through everything as we get it off. But yeah, this is everything that we need to finish that field, I hope. So, hopefully we can get this off and it will be nice. Right, that's not too heavy. That's okay. Right, I need to get those forks off. This is why I left this out, because I knew that we were going to need it. In fact, they're not forks, I got that wrong. They're bale spikes. That's what they are. And I've left that damn thing in the way again. Right, this is really beginning to get annoying now, this thing. I have to say. This really is getting annoying. So, we'll put it right out the way. Okay, stay there. Right. Get these forks off first. Not forks, spikes. Obviously, I don't want to crash into this gentleman's truck. That would be a very silly thing to do. Good. Ooh. Yes. Even tighter now with the lorry there. Let's just drop these down here. Just because I don't want to end up poking someone's eye out. Right. Now we've got to try and get this off. This is going to be interesting. I have to say. And I'm not an expert at driving up ramps and things. Ooh, exactly. Let me get this guy sorted, and then I'll be back with you in just a second. Off he goes. Right, well, we better go through all the stuff. So, there he goes. First off, this is a little mobile water tanker, because obviously, as I was talking to the guys in the shop, the sheep are going to need water, and cows eventually. So this is a little mobile water tanker. I think it's 5,000 litres, something like that. It's not the biggest, but, you know, it should do. It's got 2 little troughs there for them to feed, so that's 1. This, obviously, I think you can pretty much tell what this is. This is a baler. This was the most expensive thing out of, apart from the tractor, out of all of this equipment that we just bought. This was the most expensive thing. So yeah, this is a Class Roland 66 round baler. And that which was on the pallet was just over there. Let me show you. That is the net wrap. And the guys at the shop explained to me how it all works. They've put 1 roll in, I can see, actually. There's already 1 roll in there, so I don't need to change it yet. I'm going to have to figure that one out. I might have to look at a few YouTube tutorials, I think. This is a wind rower, I think that's what you call it. This is the thing that makes the nice little pretty lines in the field, ready for the baler to go over. So that's what we're going to be using first, really, is this thing. It's just a single. It's going to take a little while. There, all the tines, look, all of those tines. They slot onto those arms there, spins round. This thing folds down that way, and then you make a nice little run, or a row, rather, I should say, not a run, a row. This thing is a tedder, or a hay bob, however you want to. I think in America they call them hay bobs. But yeah, this is a tedder. And this one is the one that flicks all the grass out and makes it dry and turn it into hay. So, like I said, because we're going to do half and half, because the sheep eat both hay and grass, they need both. Literally, we're going to cut it right down the middle. Probably about, what, there-ish somewhere, if you ignore the bush. Right down the middle and do half grass, half hay. That's the plan, anyway. And then, obviously, the bale forks to be able to pick the bales up, because I've only got pallet forks at the moment. So yeah, it was a very expensive shopping spree, like I said. I've never spent that amount of money before in my life. But in total, so excluding the tractor and the front loader. Like I said, I got the front loader on the half price deal because we bought all of this in one go. It's all second-hand stuff. Again, it's not new. It's all second-hand stuff. They've just serviced it, greased it up, gone through everything. So it should all work basically off the cuff, I hope. So yeah, so everything together, the little water bowser, the windrow, the baler, the hay bob or the tedder, and the pallet fork. Are you ready for this? Excluding the tractor, came to £38,000 for everything. And I spent that in one day. I've never in my life spent that much money before. So yeah, this was the most expensive thing, obviously, being the most mechanical. But they cleaned it up quite nicely, I have to say. Looks quite good. Right, so now you know why I cleaned out the shed, because we need to find somewhere to put all of this. I mean, the first thing we're going to need is that and that. So, I can't leave this all here like this. But what we can do is we can put the water bowser away, because we don't need that yet, because we actually haven't got any sheep. So we can drop this off. Yeah, and I think where am I going to put everything? That is a good question, really. I mean, I suppose this could stay outside. This doesn't need to be in, does it? This can stay outside. I suppose we could go and put this under the tree for now. Actually, no, let's just go and put it over here and by this bush. That'll be fine. Get it out of the way. Just dump it off here, that's fine. Okay. Got rid of that one. I have to say though, it is quite a nice feeling driving my own tractor around my own yard. I mean, I know we had the little John Deere, don't get me wrong, and there's nothing wrong with that thing, and we'll still be using it for little jobs. Right, I think we can put this thing in the shed for now because we're not going to use this today anyway, that's for sure. Should we put that where the trailer was? I mean, anything sort of heavily mechanical really should go in the shed. That's what I'm thinking. Put it that way. You don't really want this to get wet too much. Come on. In you go. Let's put you right back where that trailer was. That'll be the best thing, I think. Watching the door as we go in, obviously. Come on, you can do it. In fact, I should have done that the other way. Oh, we can change it afterwards, that's okay. That's no biggie. We can change it afterwards. Just unpin everything. Yeah, because I can open these doors. Yeah, and I could have put it in that way. Oh well, never mind. Never mind, we can do that for next time, I guess. Right, let's just... I think I'm going to use the John Deere. I mean, I'll put that stuff back off camera. Let's just put this on here. Get this out of the way again. Right, so let's we go and do a run, see how it looks. Why not? Let's go and do a quick run and see how it looks with this. I'm intrigued, I'm interested. Right. This is going to be very interesting. I think we'll start down here. Why not? Right, I've just got to attach everything. Yeah, see? So they spin round and they flick it all into a row on one side. Right, let's plug in the hydraulics, plug in the PTO. Right. Get those revs up. Okay. Let's see how she goes. Whoop. I don't want to go too fast to begin with. Alright, let's just have a little look. There you go, look at that. Yeah, and then the baler just comes and drives over this and collects it all up. So let's just finish this one run. For now. And I don't want to go too fast. Make sure we're collecting as much as we can. And again, ignore my lines. I know they're not straight. And they won't be for a very long time. It is a very quite a steep slope, this this hill, or this field rather, I should say. Right. And then do that. Oh, that's got a bit of weight to it. I can feel that. I want to destroy these person's bushes. Obviously. Need to get it all lined up first. And then back up to the beginning. Drop it down. And up we go. There we go, look at that. That's working quite nicely. Yep. And that's sort of roughly what the finished product looks like. I have absolutely no idea how many bales we're going to get from this. I haven't got a clue. But hopefully enough to get us started anyway. And then get to the top. Lift you up. Right, let's just turn that off for now. I don't want that to hit me in the face. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Not bad at all. So yeah, halfway I reckon. Where's halfway? I reckon about here. There. I reckon that's, or maybe this one here. I reckon that's halfway. So we're going to do half hay, half grass. So this one will be the last row. And then this one we need to switch over to the hay bob and spread this out. Let it dry out. Turn into hay. But yeah, this is quite good. Right, I'm going to leave this here for now. Let me just lower that down so it's not in the midair. Right, leave that there for now. Always come back to that afterwards. Do I want to put the rest of the stuff away, or should I do that later? I don't want to do it before it gets dark, really. No, let's just leave it. We'll do it later. We'll do it later. We'll do it later. Alright, I'll do another few rows then. Why not? Let's do another few rows. Why not? Whilst we've got it on. Whilst it's here, we may as well. Ah, now. How am I gonna... No, I think I've made a boo-boo there. Wait. Because if I do that, then they're going to be too close together. How am I going to do this? Unless I just row it into one row. Could I do that? No, I think what I'm going to do... Seems a bit silly. Until I figure that out. But I think I'm going to go back down and come back up. Because I think... No, hang on. How does this work then? Okay, I need to figure this one out. Because it's only one-sided, so... Not quite sure how that works. But if we go here... Yeah, see? And then we should be able to pick up that side. Yeah, and form a row there. There we go. Ooh. Don't want to miss any. Yeah, I've missed quite a lot there. Again, this is my lines. It's the first time I'm doing this job, so it's not going to be the neatest, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm missing quite a big few chunks here and there. Definitely going to have to improve my rowing skills. Because I should think the next time I go to the pub and mix there, he's gonna make a little, he's gonna certainly have a laughing session, put it that way. So let's just try, let's just see, because it seems silly going all the way down to the beginning again. So let's just see if we put that on that side now of that row. If we do that, surely we should just push this side up against that side without going too fast. Problem is, I don't know if that's not going to be too big, too thick for the baler. Well, trial and error, I guess. Trial and error. We're learning as we go. Learning as we go. All I can say. Well, it works. I don't know if it's the right way to do it, but it works. Right, again, I don't want to crash into destroy these people's bushes. Will do. And then we go this way round. So we're actually making a double length, if you like. Okay. All right, drop that down. And away we go. Yeah, okay. So that's how we should do it then. So every other row will be a double. I just hope the baler, that's not going to be too thick. I might have to take that a bit slower with the baler. Again, like I said, guys, this is the first time I'm doing this. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. I'm just following YouTube tutorials and my own sort of gut feeling / instinct. And I just hope that it works. And there's no reason why it shouldn't work. Hopefully it will be okay. Am I going to clear that? Yes, just about. That was close. Maybe I shouldn't have put the forks on. I keep calling them forks. Spikes. They're spikes. They're not forks. And drop it down. And away we go. Oh yeah, see, that's not good. I made them, didn't get close enough. Need to remember to keep the edge on the other side of that row. There you go, like that. That's how it needs to be. Because I've got a big double pipe there now. That looks horrible. Oh well. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Seems to be okay. Right, watch out for the tree though. And pick that up. Spin round again. As I said before, there's a lot of up and downing in farming, isn't there? Bit too far. There we go. Yeah. Apart from my screw up there. Seem to be going okay, I guess. I hope, anyway. See a bit there that I missed when we were cutting. Yeah, that's not too bad. Fence. Watch out for the fence. Right, let's just have a little look at this. Walk underneath those. Yeah, apart from that bit there that I messed up. Yeah, I think that's going to be very. I think this one's going to be very thick for the baler. That's a big fat row. That is. All right then, guys. Well, I'm going to get on with this for a little bit. I'm going to put the camera down for a little bit and just get on with going up and down. And yeah. So, as always, thanks very much for watching. Thanks for all the comments on the previous video. As always, they do mean a lot to us. Do let us know if you've got any tips or tricks with all this stuff now. I've got to learn how everything works and how it goes. But yeah, that looks quite good. I think I'm going to turn that off. I think I'm going to go and get a cup of tea before I continue. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and do all the YouTubey stuff. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, so they say. You know, it helps somehow. I don't know how. And always, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.